Hello and welcome to another episode of the PvP Podcast. I am your moderator, Joe Demjanek, and with me, typically, is a group of other gamers. Hi! Today I have Mark Rode.
Hey guys.
Zach Ryder.
What's up?
And Mark Williamson.
What's up?
Today we're going to be talking about, games. Stuff in games.
On this podcast, we sometimes talk about video games.
And then we deviate.
When we're not going into Zelda.
Yeah, no Zelda today. Semi-hoping.
We've had to cancel your weekly Zelda podcast.
We'll have some mandatory Overwatch. But we're going to kick off with a new segment. Our very own Microsoft's Games with Gold versus PlayStation Plus's
Free games
service.
of the month.
Free games of the month.
PlayStation Plus.
Yeah.
PlayStation Plus versus Xbox Gold.
Yep. Kind of see, which is the better value.
Alright.
So we're going to start off with Microsoft's games of this month. They have Forza Motorsport 5 Racing Game of the Year Edition. Just to give the audience who may not be familiar with Forza, obviously it's a racing game. It was one of the Xbox One's launch titles.
It's a competitive
It's 2013.
It is basically the competition to Gran Turismo, yes.
Yep. And it says that the Game of the Year Edition comes with extra cars and other downloadable
You
content.
can never have too many cars and tracks if you're a car guy, and I'm probably the only one here that gives a damn.
Is Forza...
I stopped carrying a Gran Turismo 3 personally.
So is it Forza or Gran Turismo that had that really sharp cars issue, where if you spent the money, you got these amazing cars and you were just crushing everybody early on?
Gran Turismo.
That was Gran Turismo.
Was that Gran Turismo?
Where you're like, okay, I'm gonna get into the entry races against like a Honda Civic and a VW Beetle with my fucking V12 Dodge Viper.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sure this is going to be super fair. It's like,
Gran Turismo went down the tubes.
No.
Forza's pretty good.
Gran Turismo was always like that though. You could do that
It was, but
as
I don't
early
know.
as the first and second.
Maybe
They
it's-
tend to do
No,
down
you
to
couldn't.
The first and two Gran Turismo.
Yeah, the first couple of Gran
The first ones were
Turismos,
good.
you couldn't spend actual money.
Oh, actual money? That I don't know.
Yeah.
What you would do,
That would have to be later.
Yeah, the rich kids being able to buy themselves the nice, fancy cars.
Oh, see, I didn't.
And all the
I
other-
didn't even know that. I'm gonna guess that was Gran Turismo with like
Okay,
five.
It was Gran Turismo.
it was, yeah. But Forza's pretty good. I mean, you have to buy a
95%
car
sure.
pack with like 5 cars for a couple bucks if you want them. But they're not like super awesome.
What about earning them in game? Is it
Okay.
super difficult?
No, it's,
I mean-
it's you race, you get the prize money, and then you dump, a supercharger on it, or you go to the garage and buy a new car, it's,
Okay.
you're
But
standing.
it's not like that realistic. See, Gran Turismo always goes for like that hyper realism.
Oh, Forza's like,
Forza does too, but Gran Turismo's like along the lines of, even with the prize money, you want to buy $1 million car, you better race, a million races.
there's some dedication.
Well, I don't know about now, but I know like I spent a lot of time with 3, and as you got further into it, a big thing, the main lockout in Gran Turismo is actually the licenses.
Well, yeah.
Yes.
And like,
Remember
if
that.
you, because like, I remember struggling to get an S license. I got an S license. I got into the upper level races. And like, if you manage to win one of those, like, you get, $2-3 million
Right.
cars sometimes as
Yeah.
prizes on top of the money.
And that's sort of how Forza did.
And it's
you
like-
build your way up to it.
Yeah, there's a point where like you start out with the VW Beetle, like I said, and after a handful of races, now you're driving a Lotus Elise and Dodge Viper, and then like 3 races later, you've got a McLaren F1 like supercar in standard
I mean,
races.
it's not
and you're
that.
like,
Yeah, it's not that quick, but
Yeah.
it progresses you up the line. So you
well,
start out
I
with-
mean,
you
you've
start out
got
with, like,
about 100 hours
Yeah,
for
oh
each
yeah,
of those
yeah.
steps.
That's kind of
but-
like there's a lot of
But
time.
now,
in it.
I guess Gran Turismo must be the one that you can just buy your
I don't
way.
I haven't followed
I-
them since
I have-
3.
I didn't even know they were still around.
All
you hear about Forza nowadays.
Forza really kind of took it. They own it.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't
now
follow
they
racing.
now they can play Porsche. So
Yeah.
anyway, Forza Motorsport 5. What did we say? A $30 game?
39.99 I think it was.
$39.99. And then they have Oxenfree.
$39.99.
It is said as a ghostly thriller that's got more reviews on both Xbox One and PC.
So, is that like a feel? Or is it like an FPS?
I'm not familiar with Oxenfree.
Anybody?
The main character's name Ollie.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
So,
First name Ollie. Last name Ollie.
Yes.
so no one knows what the hell it is.
Nah,
None of us here.
it's not really worth looking up.
Really?
I mean, if it reviewed well, congratulations.
Yeah, review date at a 10.
Oh.
It appears to be.
Is that IGN though? Because you can't trust that.
Your phone.
It appears to be side-scrolling Ico.
Ah,
Maybe? I don't know. I can't tell. The videos are very vague.
Is it a? Oh,
It's definitely like it appears to be a side-scrolling survival game of some sort. Looks like they're shipwrecked or plane crashed.
okay.
There
So,
appears to be survivors.
That's a kind of neat looking game.
so that's for Xbox One. I'm gonna go back and forth.
All right.
Because we'll come back to the 360. It's got. Yeah. So almost underwhelming for the Xbox One, I would say.
So what do you get?
Those are those were the only 2 free games that you get.
Well, Xbox is such a swell system. You do 2 games a month.
So does PlayStation.
I'll give you a
It's better than Nintendo's $10 a month for here's a Super Nintendo game that you can rent.
It's not done yet.
Let's not get Nintendo involved in this.
If it works as well as their cell phone service.
Yeah, I'm super impressed by their pay us for being allowed to play Splatoon's peer-to-peer multiplayer system.
So, anyway, back to the Sony. Their first game, Infamous Second Son.
Alright.
Great game.
Really good game. That's worth it.
And then, I mean, not much to say about that. If you haven't played, it's basically a third-person run around. You've got
GTA with superpowers.
yeah.
Yes.
And a morality system.
That morality. You can be a good guy or a bad guy.
For as much as it matters, when your morality is save the children or kick the puppies.
You always kick the puppies.
Obviously. And you're a superhero, so you can land them on the moon.
Yes. You can super kick the baby. And then Strike Vector X.
Which is?
I believe.
Vector Man Soccer?
It's a single player aerial.
That joke was
Yeah.
lost. Alright.
Wow.
An overhead shooter.
Alright.
Overhead aerial.
Oh, top down.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think so. It has a description lower on the page there.
Does it?
Does it?
Pretty sure that's what it was.
Research.
You should have done this
If I may.
before. Totally screwed up.
A competitive first-person aerial combat game. That's exactly what that is.
No, that's
not
planes.
exactly
What
top
game?
down.
Like planes.
What game?
Airplanes. Aerial combat. Dog fights.
Is it a
Oh.
side? Is it a sideway?
Do vector strike or
Is
vector
it side
X.
or
Alright.
top down?
Airplanes.
First person.
Airplanes.
So similar to Hawks.
From a compound.
Oh.
Similar to Tom Clancy's Hawks.
I'm pretty sure it's from the cockpit.
Yeah, that's what first person is.
Cops. Okay. Anyway.
In a pit. It's like
So-
they're just wriggling around in there like
Is that true?
fish.
Is it pretty cool? Anyone know anything about it?
Not at all.
Mr. PlayStation
I
guy.
mean, if it plays anything like Hawks, it'll certainly be a challenge to actually implement and pick up. But if it has an easier control scheme, I'd say it might be worth it. At least, it's free. You can try it.
More people
Yeah.
need to use the Steel Battalion 300 button console controller.
Yes.
Like to play like fighter games.
I
Like,
had.
flying a ship with that. That'd be
You
amazing.
mean that Commander?
Yes,
Yeah,
I had.
I thought it was
Mech
Steel
Commander.
Battalion who made
No,
that
Mech
controller.
Commander had this.
Was it Mech Commander?
Oh my god.
I
had
thought it
one
was
of
Steel
those.
Battalion who designed that.
It was crazy.
Because they're a similar type of game. They might have their own.
Probably.
I remember those
you
days.
you're basically in the mech.
Yes, like
Yeah.
the controller is the mech suit, complete with pedals and everything.
Somebody bring back because nowadays with today's standards, like
VR.
what could we do?
Right, add that to
VR.
VR.
Nailed it. Could we have one? Could we do that? So, Microsoft, please.
Hey, VR developers. There's an idea for you. Get on that.
The controllers already exist.
Hey,
for,
Microsoft is having their, I think it's called HoloLens.
I think they're
Actually,
like
speaking of VR,
$350 for the controller.
There's
Wait a
special
second.
bonus for that come on PlayStation. It's further down there too.
PSVR?
Yeah, PSVR. It's not on that small list there. It's further down the page.
Sure. Down and up.
No, it's down. It's from September till November. There's a special bonus for PSVR.
The Dead by Daylight? Oh no, there we go. That is the reduced price on the PlayStation VR Rigs. Oh, that's a pretty decent game. I played Rigs.
Have you?
Yeah, Rigs is kind of how to describe it. It's not like rugby. It's a capture the flag, but the ball starts off in the middle, and then you have to get it across to the other person's goal area. A whole lot of fun. It's as much. I love Lucio Ball, and I can't wait to play Rocket League on Switch.
Yeah.
So it's in that realm of games. So much fun. But you're in these big mechanical robots, and you're running through, and you can blast people too.
So it's Titanfall meets Rocket League.
Yeah. Except that you don't get out of your mech.
What is the whole mech thing
Except
we have going on?
really fast. If your Titan was a Titan of Lucio,
Gotcha.
If Lucio was a Titan player.
We got too many games. Yeah, like wow, you know.
mixed with Soldier 76.
Oh, there you go, guys. We broke it down for you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
very simple.
So good
That's
Overwatch
so-
for robots.
Yeah.
Plays at the auto.
Bastion meets Lucio. They had a bastard child. Didn't know Bastion was a girl. Now you do.
With a bug.
So between PS4 and that wrecks it. Forza Motorsports 5 actually sounds pretty neat that you get all that extra stuff. And Oxenfree, I kind of like the indie style games, but I'll tell you what, Infamous Second Son and then Rigs on top of it for free.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I would throw that on PS4. How about you guys?
I'm indifferent. I don't care about any of those games at all.
I like
so.
Forza.
If
I
you're
like
more into
Infamous.
racing, Xbox is your way to go. But if you're looking more something open world and more leaning towards the action, you might want to dig into PlayStation.
I mean, they're giving you exactly what the people that buy the systems would want, which is great.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
they're
it's like
both doing
I
it. So
might play Oxenfree, but that would be the only one on that list that I might even check out because the rest of them just are kind of out of my wheelhouse.
right.
Okay. So then you would be going with Microsoft.
Maybe.
I don't know. I like Forza. I like
I wouldn't have
Infamous.
an Xbox anyway because they're out of my wheelhouse.
Well,
Good point. I can just play Forza on my PC.
if you have an Xbox account, I believe that you can get these games for free on your PC. I'm not 100% sure.
I might. I think I had to make one for one of the Batman games.
Yeah, but you'd be paying for it, so you know.
Well, like, I think I have, like, a sign-in for a game that wasn't part of Xbox Live through Microsoft, which was merged with the Xbox accounts at some point. Like, there was a lot of shenanigans involved, but I think one of the arcade games might have gotten me, like, a login, even though I'm not
Yeah.
actually an account.
And then for 360, Hydro Thunder Hurricane.
That sounds pretty cool.
That's a lot of words all
Jet
mixed
ski.
in.
Ooh, jet boats.
Yep, Jet
Yes. Jet
I
ski.
know what Hydro Thunder is.
Yeah.
Yeah. In the
it's
arcade,
the-
crazy rumble seat. Yeah, I got this
Yeah,
shit.
it's a,
yeah, I
it's
got
a
that.
boat racer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the
So, that now-
64 one was also.
It's
It was-
Mario Kart with boats.
Yeah.
Yes. But,
Because you get missiles.
but
and
if you play
jumps
it in the
and shit.
arcade, you
I
take
did.
that badass.
They have it at
seat
Chuck E.
of your leg.
Cheese. I play it a lot.
Really?
Yes.
I take my kids take my kids to go play Hydro Thunder then.
I
Yeah.
know what I played it.
I think my kid, well, my daughter actually really likes going, so like while I'm there every once in a
I
while.
don't know if I could like it.
Did they get Space Invaders?
Yeah.
They have Space
No,
Invaders now?
they don't. They don't have that
Oh,
one. They don't
man.
have that
Isn't
one.
it great that we
I
have
did
kids that we
see
can
it.
go
I
do this
saw.
now?
They have it at Hershey.
Totally great.
We're not like idiots.
They have it at the
Totally great.
The Wildwood arcades.
Because you can't go to a real arcade anymore.
Yeah.
Like,
I was so excited. Me and my son sat down and shot controls in and blasting away. Oh, that's such a cool
Yeah, I
game.
did see the game. I did see it because, like I said, I saw it at Hershey. We spent some time at the arcade at Hershey Park.
We did that, and my son raced and beat my wife in cruising.
why do we not have arcades anymore? I know I'm off topic, but
I
man,
think that's
I
a
miss
segment for
them.
another time.
Yeah.
Lots of reasons, mostly economics.
Stupid economics, I don't understand them.
But so you got Hydro Thunder Hurricane, and then Battlefield 3.
Awesome game. I think. Which one was that? That was the modern
That was
Oh,
the
man.
first of the.
Frostbite 2. It's the first time I think I saw Frostbite
That's
2.
the one with. Was that the first one?
With
That-
Frostbite 2 engine.
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't.
Badass game. Blew the tits off
I was
of
coming
everything.
off of Bad Company 2 at that point.
Not so
I just
good.
didn't. I just,
No, but
Bad
that,
Company
they,
2 was their
Battlefield
single
3.
player because everybody won.
Bad Company 2 was.
There was
I
single
played
player.
only multiplayer. I don't know.
There was,
I
it's called-
literally never played a mission in the single player.
Bad
at all.
Company was
It was
supposed to be Battlefield's reason of giving somebody a single player of Battlefield games.
I never played it.
Nobody cares about
At all.
single player
I
Battlefield.
didn't touch
really.
it. I think I
no.
did 3
No.
missions in, and I was like, "This is really boring," and just went back.
It's like Call of Duty.
Which
Like
was
you don't need a
amazing.
single player. We're not
I
buying it
kind of
for
like the
that.
Battlefield 1 missions though.
They're not bad, but you don't buy that for the single player. You
No.
buy that to like go online.
They need to just start selling those games a la carte. Like I can just spend half the price and just play multiplayer.
Yeah, they should. I just want the multiplayer to have.
That would give me a reason
you
to
would
actually
just-
buy it.
It's spent 50 because only $10 is worth the multiplayer. It is worth the single player.
Maybe that could be.
I don't know, but I remember playing.
More work goes
Battlefield
into
got
one
me
player,
Battlefield 3.
That's the first. Yeah, they came back and they got really good. Bad Company, I wasn't super excited about, but
I really
Battlefield
like
to me
Bad
was
Company
good.
too.
That is when Call of Duty lost its
So
luster there.
that's what they bring for the Xbox 360. Now we're gonna go over to the PS3.
Is that still getting releases? I'm gonna have to check that out.
I don't have
Yeah.
PS3.
I haven't checked the PlayStation Plus on my PS3 in
Oh, we
about
have-
2 years.
PlayStation now, right? So you can play.
That's the rental system
Yes.
or subscription system.
Subscription. Yeah.
Yeah, PlayStation Plus.
People don't rent things anymore.
So, Truck Racer.
Don't know what that is.
It's a truck
Sounds
racer.
dangerous. Sounds dangerous.
It's a truck racer.
Like
Yeah,
a
it's
like,
like
like
18
G-drives,
wheels in the
like a wheel
arcade.
truck.
It's like 18 wheels in the arcade.
Is it?
Well, it sounds like to me.
No,
I
what-
thought it was one of those like top-down.
Oh my God, how old are you?
The big pop-up.
Remember the old
Might be
ones?
easy.
The little
Yeah, we're
NES
like-
one where you have a little track?
Yeah.
Trucks roll around? Come on. Is it?
The
I
one
think
you're on
it's
the
something
RC
like that.
trucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the top-down view.
Yeah. I remember
was
that.
always fun.
I fear
You can
for
look
it.
that up. And then Handball 2016.
That sounds dirty.
Is it handball? Why would that sound dirty? It's racquetball without the rackets.
Hands and balls. Fine. That's just me. I'll stop. Let me look up
We
handballs.
used to play handball all the time
If I
in school.
type-
It's called.
If I top handballs into this, I will see what I get. You wait.
We don't
used
want to
to-
know what you look
We
up.
used to play it all the time in school. It was called
Handball
wall ball
what?
back in elementary
What
school.
is this thing?
Just remember, Google's tailored to your search.
There were a couple
search
people that
interest.
Yeah.
played handball in middle school and high school. A couple of them got caught in the library.
Uh-huh.
I
See,
think.
now you're going his route.
Yeah.
I don't want to know what you look up in your personal time either.
I didn't look it up. I'm not the one that got caught doing it. So, I think
He
we're
was just watching from the aisle.
Keyword caught.
between the bumps.
Yeah.
Pull
It's like, I see you.
That's
Okay,
why
so
all my,
this-
that's why all my reference books were sticky.
Yeah.
So what is it? What is handball?
It's like tennis, but against a wall.
Back in like elementary school, you know, where like a bunch of you would get a ball and you'd throw it at the wall, it would bounce, and one of you would catch it and
No,
throw it
but
again. Like if you missed it or it hit you, like you were out. Like
That guy just laid that guy out? Like, what is happening?
is it sprites?
No, it's like a.
It's like a tennis.
Oh,
It's
it's dodgeball.
It looks like dodgeball.
You can
That's
dodge
why
a
I'm like,
wrench.
wait a minute. Like,
Yeah, if you can dodge it.
it's like a it's like a real game.
Yeah.
Well, handball is a real game.
No, we don't just.
That's what I've been trying
Alright.
to tell you.
No, but you're like, oh, you just bounced it off the wall. You know, the hell with it. And
Well, this is a different version of handball.
yeah, it's
then.
not handball, man. It's something else.
Dodgeball.
It's
Can you-
dodgeball.
Can you look up
Truck racing?
truck racer?
Please, let me. Truck racing what?
Truck racer.
I hear truck racer, and all I can think of is I really hope Euro Truck Simulator never comes to consoles.
Truck racer.
Hey, you know what? They can do
Totally not what
really
you thought it
good
was.
Shit with theirs.
No.
It's like trucks.
Yeah.
Hold
Racing.
on, stop.
I don't know. I thought we were racing planes here in trucks and truck racer.
It's trucks racing.
So it's not that top. It's not a
Hang on.
top-down one. I know there's a top-down
Full-
one out there.
10 different environments, 6 truck categories. Hold on. I
Are
gotta-
they real trucks?
Like, is it like a sim racer? Or
Semis.
is it
No, it's. I have a video here. I don't have any.
That's that's a semi.
Another semi?
That's a semi.
Yeah, it sounds like that 18-wheeler thing you play in the arcade.
That is. Those are trucks.
is it more of a simulation racer or is
And
it
no, it's
arcadey?
just arcadey.
Alright.
it's-
So yeah, it's like
It's
what you
18
said,
wheels. It's 18 wheels
wheelers
from the arcade.
It's basically yes.
That's
So-
what it is.
I think that one's pretty obvious.
Yeah, I thought that
Now-
one was going to be pretty obvious too. It was just to me, was it a sim racer? Or
This might be a
I-
dumb
I
question,
mean, like,
but
who won that one? I think that's easily Microsoft.
is truck racing that much exciting? Like,
No.
do people give a damn? But they had to make.
Trucks do not go that fast.
That's what I'm saying. Like, why?
I mean, unless they do crazy shit, but
You should be defending this.
I should certainly not.
He's like,
By
no.
defending it, he's condoning it. And we don't want to condone this.
I mean, sure, the European trucks, I've seen some really neat shit, like them doing power slides and stuff.
That is pretty impressive, though.
Please
How
don't
it's kind of
encourage the Euro Truck
Okay.
Simulator, people.
But my, like, a Freightliner will just flip over. Now, if they had Swift on there, like a Swift simulator, it would be like one of those Need for Speed ones.
It would be like playing Euro Truck Simulator.
Oh, I mean, it just rolls over and then spontaneously.
Oh no, they just keep going. You're gonna go up on 2 wheels going down the road. That's Swift.
like up on their back two wheels.
Is it like cruising? It's
They're
like,
going down the road sideways.
Just like,
is it like cruising USA?
like on the
whatever?
trailer, just like vertical, like a snake. It's like
Trailers.
Cobra.
Colossus.
So it's like cruising USA. When you hit something, you just flip, but you land on your wheels. You just find a way.
Not if you're playing as a Swift driver.
Sometimes I wonder.
They just start you on your side.
What else we got on this list? Anything else good?
Nah, that's about it.
Okay.
I
So,
think
yeah.
somebody throwing shade at the competition.
There, nobody's coming.
So what's PSV gives you
The
more
shade.
games?
No, these are PS Vita.
Oh, Vita.
I don't know. They might win just because of PS Vita.
Yeah, we are doomed.
They make people.
Which-
They still make games for the Vita.
Yeah. And
These
then
are also
Hot to
cross-play.
Hot to Boat Boyfriend.
What?
Is that the one about the pigeons?
Yes.
Yes.
What?
That's amazing.
What is it?
It's a pigeon.
It's a pigeon dating simulator. You're a human girl dating
See,
pigeons.
that's the problem. People play this shit. What is wrong with you?
The funny thing is apparently it's
Hold
actually
on, I
very
need to see
good.
this.
It's very well written.
That it's incredibly well written, and the fact that they're pigeons has very little to do with anything.
It has everything to do with every. What the hell?
Also, it turns into like a horror mystery game at the end.
That
Like
I
tons of
didn't hear.
people. Yeah, I got to listen. I got to listen to like a full playthrough of the game, and like discussing like what's going on, and like the game literally goes like you think the idea of a pigeon dating simulator is insane. The end of the game is
Oh, it's Japanese. Well,
We
that's
won't spoil it
amazing.
for
They
Dating
were-
sims
It
are
was indie.
Japanese,
Yeah.
almost in.
Oh, really?
That was an indie
almost
development, I
entirely.
believe.
Yeah, apparently, like this girl is part of like some sort of experiment to like reintroduce the humans and the birds back together, as there was some sort of great war when the pigeons gained intelligence.
What the hell?
And one of the pigeons' nurse,
What?
the
you hear
school-
yourself speaking?
Yes, yes. So the school's doctor is a mad scientist who is friends with this girl's father, and like he's doing
What?
experiments to kill
Why?
her, and like abducting other pigeons and
That's the
killing
shit you
them
play.
off.
That's the shit you play. You need a life.
I didn't
play
say
WoW.
I play it. I didn't say I play it.
You know what? It's
But
You
like,
know an awful lot about it.
that's it.
yeah,
We
because
are-
I watched the full thing and it was so insane I couldn't help it. It
That's
was
it.
incredible.
we're doing a let's play of this.
Yes, can we do a let's play of pigeons?
Pigeon dating simulator. Most of them end with you dying, by the way. And if you die, it starts the next great war and ends the world.
Why are you so?
Because this game is insane.
Because pigeons.
It's perfectly normal.
Because pigeons.
Yeah, well, after you've completed like all of the storylines, it starts the second storyline where the girl dies, the whole school goes into lockdown mode, the bomb is coming, and like you're trying to solve this like mystery, and like yeah, it's insane.
Because of the
That
pigeons.
fucking text box. Like really.
Let me just say
like,
in this
my
instance, I
God.
feel sorry for New York.
I feel sorry for Japanese people. This is what they have to play. They
love
got
it.
better games than this.
No,
What
they
are you
love
doing?
it.
No, they love it.
Why?
They love it. They love it. It's absolute insanity.
Why this? They.
Do you remember Most Extreme Elimination Challenge?
Yes.
That was not an accurate representation.
How many people can you get to ram their heads and get knocked basically unconscious?
How many people can smash their face off of these rocks before this doesn't seem like a good idea anymore? The answer
Well,
is however many people applied for how many
At what
seasons
point
that
does it
show
seem like a
lasted.
good idea? Like
Because Japan is a hell of a drug.
If you think
Yes.
pigeons are
it
weird,
is.
you should see some of the other stuff that's come out.
Oh, the pigeons one is really good, but it's one of the tame ones, as it turns out.
Yeah.
You know why
That's
they?
a whole nother
Do you
topic.
know why they play it? Because most of them include boobies.
Uncensored.
But this,
Yes.
you gotta go through this bird nonsense to see boobies.
But they see.
No, not in this one, because this one I don't think is Japanese made.
It looks Japanese as hell.
It's
It's-
not though.
it's an-
this
it's an-
was an indie game.
It's an imitation.
Was he
It's-
Japanese?
Maybe.
Who is the one that actually came up with that one?
I don't know,
But
but
it's
it originally came out on Steam Greenlight.
Because Galgun is actually.
Either way, it's a really good game with a really well written storyline.
Despite the fact that it makes no
Despite the
goddamn
fact,
sense.
yes. But the point is that it's insane intentionally.
But you know what? If you are
It is.
in a group of like 100 different dating sims, and then here's the pigeon one.
Right, if your
You're gonna
choice
stand
if
out.
your
Yeah.
choice is 99 virtually identical anime dating simulators versus the one with the pigeons.
I'm just
Which one do you
surprised that
remember?
it's a thing. Like,
Well, obviously.
Jesus,
Are you gonna remember
what are they
Japan?
on?
Let's not answer that.
Listen,
For
Japan is the rule 34 of the
Real
world.
world. Yeah. Japan is the real world's rule 34.
Yeah. So,
Okay, so moving on. Now that I'm blown the hell away.
so does
I'm
that
surprised that game came up.
does that
Good thing I read all about it.
so that's cross-buy with PS4,
yes.
Yes,
which means that
I gotta roll my brain back in my head
I can
so I can talk.
at this exact moment.
I'll have to find you the playthrough
A couple
but
days.
so you can watch it. Because it's not a full playthrough, it's just a discussion of what
Oh,
I
happens.
almost have to
You know what's-
see it.
you know what's gonna happen?
Oh God, what? What
What
visions?
like
I am going to live
You're gonna let's play this game?
download that
The
game.
pigeon dating sim?
On your
Yes.
phone?
You should do it. Play it. You'll enjoy it.
So
On your
free
PlayStation.
games.
It's free. So what the hell, right?
Oh no, they're not available yet.
Oh, next
not until
September.
Hold on. Let me
When's
add.
I think it's the first Tuesday. Normally they update the store.
Damn. That makes sense.
Alright, so Just Cause is now done. I'm not sure if Assassin's Creed Freedom Cries like longer. But
Whoa.
anyway,
What?
Moving on.
Whoa.
you know what's also like super crazy and mind blowing?
Not bird sex?
Not bird sex, but she does fly. I'm
Mercy?
talking about Mercy.
I'm not gonna
She
comment
might-
on the sex part.
She might fly soon, assuming everything goes live as
So-
is.
She So let's talk about Mercy. I'm excited
So
for this.
yeah, this is our. I guess most of these are going to be new segments because we haven't really had segments up until this point.
Yeah,
We've
we're
been
new.
a disorganized mess.
This is mandatory Overwatch. This group is a big Overwatch fan group.
Yeah.
We play
Certainly.
weekly Wednesdays.
Yeah. We need
7 to
like
9
intervention
p.m. Eastern time.
Eastern, yeah.
Gotta be specific on that one.
Yeah. between-
Yes.
We usually start around 7:00.
Yep.
6:30 at the earliest.
But yeah, 7. You know, one of us is normally at least on time, unless that gets changed.
Stupid life.
So yeah, things going on in the PTR server. Though we can say that Deathmatch has officially dropped the main server
Yes.
this week.
It's on live.
It is
New
live.
patch
It's
live.
live.
I have tried it. It's
different.
different. It doesn't feel like it feels like Overwatch, the same characters, but
It's a different
it's
experience.
way different.
I have noticed from my playthrough. I'll ask if you've noticed as well. Genji for the win.
Yes.
Genji gets in there and he basically tears shit up.
For some reason, Genji
I
is
had-
wrecking everything right now in Deathmatch.
I have had really good results with Soldier, and that's only because I hang back and wait for Genji to start tearing people up, and then I steal his kill.
Yes, that is annoying. You
And then I
get
take
to
his kills.
so
Yeah, I mean, so I didn't notice, and this is pretty terrible that I didn't notice. There's a team deathmatch as well, right?
yes.
Yeah,
It is.
3v3.
It's 3v3. It's not big.
No, there is a team deathmatch, but then there's also the 3v3 elimination.
Okay. Okay.
Those are
yeah.
different modes.
3v3.
3v3 elimination has always been.
Well, it's
Around.
relatively new,
It's been around.
It's
for
been
a while.
around since arcade dropped.
Now I played the new
but I think
map.
it's been around now.
I played the
It
new
has.
map,
Has it?
the mansion. Pretty awesome.
That was one of the first modes I was playing with the first
Did
time.
you try
It was lockout.
the team deathmatch has other
Yeah,
maps,
well, it's still
but they
lockout
section off,
elimination.
so they don't have the whole map.
There's also no lock.
Is it the same as 3v3 elimination? Like where you have
Probably.
the research facility, the ice research
Yeah,
facility.
Echo Point Antarctica,
Yeah.
Black Forest, Dorado? Is that one?
You have
I
sections.
think there is one in
You have sections of the level.
It's a circular
You don't have the
one.
whole level.
Has a circular top
You have
level,
deathmatch.
and a circular plaza. Then you have the spawns on each side. 2 back rooms and the little plaza out back.
I don't know. I haven't played
I can't
any of
remember.
that.
I haven't played that one.
I tend to
played-
just play the main modes.
I've done it
I
at
don't
a
do
point.
a whole lot of arcade stuff.
Has anyone but me played the PTR?
I have not.
I have
I've never
not.
gotten around to PTR.
Maybe
it's
I
never
should.
been a thing that I've prioritized.
I have before Doomfist came out, haven't since.
Okay. So the new level Junkertown is designed pretty fun. However, one of the big issues right now is that there's kind of a breaking point where everybody bears down on the entry point. This is one of those where it's surprisingly easy to hold the attacking team just on spawn. How they designed coming in and out of the spawn area. Basically, you've got your main building, and at the bottom center, the big double doors open up, and then you're facing an enemy team with height advantages, and that might be the biggest issue. There are too many advantages that are given to the defending team right at spawn.
Well, you are making an assault on the city, essentially. If you look at the storyline,
Right.
it's
Right.
Junkrat and Roadhog trying to get a bomb to the center of town.
Right. Well, it's not.
So, I mean,
it's not into the center. It's through
Well-
town and into.
Yeah,
Right.
into the Queen's Chamber or whatever. But I mean,
But it's
all of the Overwatch maps are designed with an ebb and flow going back and forth between attacker and defender advantage.
right, and this one it's more along the lines of.
It opens with attacker or it opens with defender advantage.
Yes. Would be.
And it's a serious advantage. I've played matches where they haven't gotten out of spawn.
Now, Blizzard
The entire
has lots of maps and
Right.
I've never had that problem. I find that
because the closest one is what's the one?
Gibraltar.
Is that Gibraltar?
The
Well,
one
look
where it
at-
starts
oh,
in the Roger
Jesus.
Red Cliffs.
No.
yeah.
It's a payload map.
Yeah.
It's
one,
another
like,
payload
It's got
map.
the train wreck in it.
And that's
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 66.
through 66.
So, like,
The one that
that's a
starts
map.
in the town in that town square. And then it's
Also,
is it Gibraltar?
No.
Kings Row?
Kings Row is a hybrid.
It has the movie theater plaza. Is in the
Hollywood.
No. It's got the theater.
That's,
But you
Kings,
go in-
that's Kings Row.
okay.
No. Oh,
Yeah,
no.
Kings
it's a
Row.
movie theater.
Kings Row has a movie theater in the plaza. When you come out, there's the gate, there's a
Yeah.
statue,
Route
you take the
66?
capture point, and then
Yep.
you're walking through the town into the
That's
base.
exactly it. So, at least with Kings Row, how they built it when you come out of the spawn, you have the gate defense for the attacking team, and then you have a second not a corridor, but a second area to go into. And normally the defending team will try to hold in that second area or hang back into the third.
And there's also plenty of options for flank.
Right. But in this Junker Town, you're basically just getting thrown with the defending team. You get an Orisa and a Bastion, and it's just a meat grinder. That's all you're stepping
I have
into.
to see.
I
how
feel
it's
like-
set up
I feel like
because,
people will figure
there
out a
has-
way.
There's obviously ways to punch through them blocking you at spawn because
you can, and it's typically only because
do they just have that much better cover that you can't even hit them from spawn, even though they can hit you?
you can hit
because
them in spawn, but if they have enough defense, they're tearing you down first.
Because that's one of the biggest problems with matches like Kings Row is the fact that too many people push up too far,
Right.
and then they die from the enemy shooting them out of invincibility and spawn.
The only reason why a defending team can't hold is because people are playing poorly. They're making
That's why you can't.
that right.
Yeah. I mean,
If they make bad comp decisions, then you can push through.
Like
But
opening
if-
defense
basically,
always has.
You
advantage.
have on your left, if you're as a defender, on your left side you have a little wall that you can duck in and out between, and then there's a bridge, and on the other side of the bridge, if you post an Orisa with the Bastion, and the Orisa doesn't keep putting its, I'm just gonna fucking say it. If they don't get your ass in front of your fucking face all fucking game,
you sound a little salty, buddy. What's wrong?
I am salty. Because every time I post up as a Bastion, I have an Orisa in my face, and then she wants to either move the shield back further so that I'm getting picked off, or she's gonna be in my where I'm trying to fire.
So then you reap it up behind them, you teleport and wreck them. Right? No? Can't do that?
No.
Junkrat right over the shield.
You could. If you got two concussion grenades.
Farah flies
you
up
send one-
high and just throws in a bomb and scatters them all.
Yeah, but the Bastion's picking that off.
There's got to be a. What's the official way to get rid of a shielded bastion? What is the best way to deal with that?
Junkrat, Genji,
Junkrat.
Farah.
But for the most,
Depends on who's
but for the
shielded.
most part, if you're
Orisa, you can't move her shield.
Because she
but
got a
you
new
can
shield
move
now.
her-
It's kind of a
Right.
pain in the ass.
so what the good comp for that is, you do Orisa with the Bastion on the right, and then you do a Reinhardt and a couple, like a soldier or anybody that has that nice range, a Hanzo, And if they're smart and they stay behind the shield and then don't go underneath the bridge and run in and die
You're
immediately.
so salty. Like, we had a bad
He's
day.
speaking for me in the Reinhardt case. It's like,
No, I was Reinhardt, and
Reinhardt
they were
makes
literally
rectangles.
doing that. It's like, why?
stay behind the rectangle.
Yes, it is amazing how many people do not stay behind. He's a big German guy with a giant shield. Why are you going in front of him? Like,
So-
let him deal with it.
So this literally happened. I got into a position, a normal,
They're trying to soak damage so his shield doesn't.
a normal,
Yeah.
a normal good
With your
position.
face.
The Hanzo and the soldier decided that it didn't like standing next to me, and they went somewhere else. To basically say what
Hey, what are you playing right now?
I'll go and I've been mixing it up because
You know-
because of the PT.
you know
You
should
say in
do-
this situation.
Why didn't he just play
Reinhardt.
Sim and be done with it? Because Sim kills everything anyways.
Sim's got a hard time with this.
Oh my
There's
god.
a lot
Sim has a hard time with nothing.
No, there are a lot of. Sim has a very hard time in anything that's open, and there are a lot of open areas in this map.
I've never seen that. That just gives her more range to lock onto you.
She's good at typing.
I hate Symmetra. I've never seen anyone hate Symmetra like you hate her though. Like you
She's
actually.
fucking garbage.
Oh my god.
But anyway, May can take her down very quickly.
Yeah.
May can.
Except for when Symmetra just randomly doesn't take damage from an entire team.
I don't have this issue. Why do you have this issue? I can damage her. I can't kill her.
I can't damage her. Like, there's plenty of times, like, there was a time with a boost, 2 shields, and like, as Diva, point blank, hammered her. Ding, 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 in the face, just over and over again for 25 seconds, with 2 healers on me, a Zarya bubble, and an ultimate on her. She survived it with 98% HP.
That's a damn good honor.
Full on face shot.
Both of you guys are
no
so-
damage.
Are you sure? I don't know. I haven't had that sort of luck. But
None of them on my team ever do. It's only the ones I play against.
the Junkertown is broken right now. Either way, they are going to be making bug fixes to Junkertown.
Is it? Well, it's not a bug fix. It's a map layout.
No, there's a bug fix as well.
Oh really?
Can fall out of the map.
No.
Those are my favorite.
Those are the best,
I've been
yes.
having fun playing with the May.
Because you feel bad.
No, because you go in and May's ice wall, you can use it to push yourself through flat objects. So you can well, obviously it's all going to be Junkertown. You can go into the enemy base as May.
Oh, there was a spot in Gibraltar that Tracer was able to blink through a wall.
Oh yeah.
And she could get into the enemy spawn in Gibraltar.
Yeah, that's
Like, before I got to see it, like, one time we're all, like, set up and our Tracer's like, hey, watch this. And then I just, like, start seeing, like, skulls popping up inside the enemy base. And somebody's like, you're gonna get banned! And I'm just like, haha. And she's just like, walls.
yeah. I'm standing there watching, and all of a sudden May goes, "Hey, come over here. Stand right there." And then I just see the wall go up, and they both go in. And by this point, people knew about it.
Right.
So they popped in and got destroyed immediately and had to run back, but
That's pretty cool. Though.
Serves them right.
there was also a point, because I was watching a video about, I think it was Gibraltar as well. That's the castle, right?
No, Gibraltar is the one,
The coastline base.
the coastline base. Where
Okay.
like you've got
That's
the
the
2
payload.
things, like the bridge that comes across it, and like the building out at the end. And you go
Yeah, you go
down
down,
under the
you go-
tunnel, and you come up the other side, in through the base. It's mostly uphill, and then at the end it's like a dive down, and like the capture point has the spawn door literally looking at it.
Yeah.
That one,
Okay.
Gibraltar,
The castle one.
Eichenwald, yeah.
Yeah. Eichenwald, I've seen some crazy glitches with that where you can actually... What you do is you use a May to boost yourself up to the top of the level, and then as you do that, switch to Pharah, and then Pharah can fly all around the outside and go look at the different designs and shit for the city that you can kind of see in the distance. You can go see the flat city and all the details of it.
There was a cool glitch on the King of the Hill Nepal stages.
Yep.
There's 3 of them. Apparently, the way that they're positioned, like they're on a mountain. And one of the stages, if you have 2 mercies on the same team, and they probably removed this at this point, but there's like death zones like layered up like through this thing, but like 2 mercies can like float and like jump to each other through the death zones.
Oh, really?
And you can get to the lower stages from the upper ones.
No shit.
And
Really?
like, yeah, like they're not set up. Like everything's just empty, like even like the health packs and stuff, because like the terrain is there,
Right.
but like the stages aren't active because they're not active.
I'm so used to
That's crazy.
Blizzard
though.
games being, for the most part, those, you know,
Fairly pristine,
Like, how
but I
did
mean,
you even
like,
think of that though? Like, that's crazy. That's
well, they probably saw that it was down there and just like over time, like worked out how to get through it because like it was really complicated. Like at specific spots and like timings, you have to go certain directions.
yep.
wow.
Like to avoid them because they're like layered up like this, so like you can like skirt them back and forth as you wind your way down the mountainside. But yeah, well,
Reverse ice
you know,
climbs.
yeah, we haven't actually checked to see if they fixed it yet, but we actually found a terrain bug in the new raid in Warcraft in Tomb of Sargeras. Like it's a really obvious like on the walkway part. Like there's just like you like come up over this hill on your way to the 3rd boss, and as you're like coming down, there's like a flat platform and there's like a rock slide where like the temple started to collapse. You can just walk into it and fall out of the level. And like it takes like 3 minutes till you die.
Oh yeah.
But like as you're falling, you can like look up and you can see like all of the different zones that they use to build the raid, because you do a lot of traveling through it. And like you're like looking up and you're like, oh, there's a chunk of Val'Sharah, and over there's the Twisting Nether, and up there is the Temple of Elune, and over there's the ocean, and we're like, whee!
So, I managed to do it.
Diva missiles.
No,
Oh.
I managed to fit Legend of Zelda into this podcast real quick.
Oh no!
Damn.
Oh
Because we're talking about,
Into Overwatch has turned into Zelda.
Don't worry, it's gonna be about 6 o'clock till we're done.
no, we're talking about glitches. There's actually a glitch in The Legend of Zelda where you can climb a broken pillar
no! Oh, Breath of the Wild.
in Breath of the Wild
Alright.
and see, I guess they have a filter over it. So you climb up into the broken pillar and you can see Link without his cell shading.
Huh.
Huh.
And it's actually really neat.
Yeah. That's pretty weird.
Anyway though, back to Overwatch.
Diva missiles.
Diva
missiles. Those are very cool.
I feel like it takes away what
They're
Diva's
low
supposed
damage.
to do.
And no, Diva was always.
Because she's supposed to eat things.
Well, I mean, when you're
Diva
when you
started-
have her flying at you and the missiles are coming too. I mean,
Diva started as an enforcer tank. In the very beginning of
Yes,
the game,
because her shield wasn't much.
she had I think it was a 6-second cooldown on a 3-second duration.
Yes.
Like, you pushed it,
Yep.
and it spent the whole thing, and
Yeah.
then when it's off cooldown, you can do it again.
Yep.
But she had more HP than she currently does, and all of it was armor, which meant that like soldier shots did less damage versus her. So she was very capable of just jumping in, bullying the shit out of your team, pushing people around, eating up your healers, and flying away. The defense matrix rework changed a lot of that because they developed what is commonly referred to as the Korean Diva, which is pioneered by the Korean players, which was feathering matrix, which is how I play because it made the most sense.
Yep.
And I heard that it was a thing, so I started picking up their techniques, which is only using it to consume big or fatal shots.
right.
Or big burst damage, like eating up a whole ult like Pharah. So the idea is to keep your defense matrix as full as possible, as often as possible.
Which is what I do. Which I do as well.
So this nerf to her matrix is a very minor nerf for that playstyle, because you're using it so little and so infrequently that you're gonna have it up most of the time
So does
anyway.
it have a recharge rate like it used to?
It does.
It's always
Well, not like a cooldown.
so instead of
Yeah,
lasting
it still has a
instead
cooldown.
of lasting 4 seconds, it
It's
now lasts
2.
2 seconds. If you take it from full to empty, it's 2 seconds instead of 4 seconds.
Okay.
Which I would say
It means you're not going to eat an entire Roadhog or Farah or Soldier ult with it.
Right.
But what it does is it does still allow you to absorb some heavy damage.
Right. It still lets you play the way
And
that I
now
currently
with
play.
the missiles,
No,
because
you can't just
basically
eat a Roadhog ult now. Now you gotta kind of deal with
Right.
it.
But
you
it
still
makes
can
it
fly
less-
away.
yes. Well, the point is her best utility is
Was eating
eating
ults.
that periodic burst damage.
Yep.
The ults are a big deal, but you're still going to catch enough of them with a 2-second burst that you're going to minimize their damage pretty dramatically.
And again, you see an ult coming, you get the hell out of the way.
Right. I think that there's a big meta shift coming. And a big part of this comes back to the combination of the Mercy Junkrat buffs.
Yes.
Currently on live, or on PTR, from what I was reading, they are jacking up Diva's Matrix's recharge rate by 75%.
That's
Oh.
pretty significant.
That's huge.
I
huge.
honestly don't think.
So
Actually,
it's
I
not
might
going to
already
last
played
as
that.
long, but it's going to be active way more often.
Yeah.
Right. So
So what I
So that's
So
bad.
the idea is that it's not going to consume entire ultimates and shut down entire
that
teams for
sounds
long
better than
periods,
So
but
yes.
you'll be able to flicker it in and out for burst damage far more often.
That
as
sounds less-
punishment.
so from what I've had from actually playing on.
And the number might be wrong. It might be less. It might only be 40 or 25 or something. I don't remember.
So now with subbing, because like we had said, as playing Divas actively pretty often, we weren't using the shield for just standing.
You're
there.
not using it. You're
I'm
not
not a-
Reinhardt.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Some people think that they are.
And they're garbage. And
Right,
they're
and they
out of
suffer
mech
for it.
99% of the time. Well, I'm out of mech 99% of the time, but that's always because I'm where I need to be with no support.
Yes, obviously. Everybody else is always garbage.
See?
They are.
But
Well,
what,
if you
what's
stood
nice,
behind the rectangle, we
Yeah.
wouldn't have this
Well, I
problem.
don't have a rectangle. I'm the main tank is Diva 99% of the
I
time.
have Zen globes.
Yeah.
Yay.
Those help.
Yeah.
what's nice now is because her shotgun bursters, whereas infinite ammo and you just hold down the button, were garbage for hitting people at a long distance. So you weren't really a separation tank, which is kind of what Diva was supposed to be in the first place, with the ability to push
Right.
and get in there and lay down that shotgun blast.
Oh, she's still
So,
she's still flying.
With the missiles, you have that distance fire, and you can actually fly in, and with using the missiles and having that targeted long-range attack, you have that option of managing to actually split the battle up a little bit.
Also, she can use her guns while flying
Yes, and missiles.
and missiles. So you fire your missiles,
Okay.
and they have a delay as they line up, and they just fire. You can't control them. You push the button, and over a period of time, it just
Well,
fires them.
that's not true.
How does it work?
It's double missiles, basically fired for. It's like having them attached to your shoulders.
Right.
When you move, so do the missiles.
That's not what I mean. I mean, when I say you can't control them, I mean it's not like Soldier's rockets or Farah's rockets where you have a pile and you control them individually with
Right.
shots. I'm saying is you press the button and it fires the whole payload over X amount of time.
Right.
And
Okay.
you can't stop it, but you can aim it.
But it's more.
Right, it just keeps
Yeah.
firing.
Yeah. Okay. I see.
So
So how many missiles is it?
It's
18.
18, yeah.
It's 18
18.
missiles over 1.8 seconds or something. They're
Oh,
fast.
that's a lot.
Yeah.
But they're only 8 damage on a direct hit.
Yeah, but
Which
eight,
puts-
eight times 18 on a line shield.
It's 260 damage if you direct hit every rocket.
Yeah.
Well, it's good for shields.
The odds of that.
The odds of that are low. They've got half the burst range of Pharah's rockets, and their fall off is much steeper. It's 4 and then 2. So, like, realistically, like, you're using them as deterrents.
Right.
When you
They're
put into
separate,
comparison that soldier does 18 damage a bullet.
Yes.
So I mean, like, they're not
But as a tank, you're not supposed to be
right. They're not super dangerous as individuals,
But
but,
it's
as
still
a
better
cluster,
than-
it's a
It
lot.
sounds dangerous. Demon missile. Oh shit. You know, like this.
It's still it's giving her range, which is something that Diva
Right.
has not had.
And so what you're gonna do is you're gonna see them coming around the corner. Like we'll go to Nepal, right? We're in the center. We're in the center on the shrine, and they're coming around the thing. And I'm gonna set them all up, and they start firing. And as they start firing, I'm gonna rocket booster straight at their team, firing my guns the whole time. And the closer you get, the more and more damage you
I
start doing.
feel like between the guns
And
and,
so-
the missiles
and
at
then
the
you're
same time.
basically also chasing Farah with your missiles.
Right, as you're chasing Farah with your defense matrix up, eating her shots, gunning her out of the sky simultaneously.
Which is so nice.
Diva has become a rundown tank. Like, that's her big thing. Like, she'll still be able to be there and save her teams from dramatic burst damage like she can now, but it seems like the main goal is she's going to be an enforcer and rundown tank. It's like, oh, that Tracer's a problem, is she? Now she's
But
not.
I feel like the missiles and the guns
She's
at the same
everything that we
time.
kind of the way that our team has been playing.
We play her as a
Diva.
bully.
Yeah.
Because it's rewarding at low skill ranks to play her that way because people don't counter her properly.
Right. But being able to get in there against a Widow better. Getting in there, and now with Hanzo, you can really F him up a lot.
Not if he gives you 600 damage scatter arrow. God, I hate that thing.
But that's still
And see, now that's a skill. It's your that's your Symmetra.
Yeah, I guess.
It's just like I don't care
Like, you don't
personally. Like
shoot
he's like,
you in the foot and kill
it's like,
you.
man, I should have had my grid out for that obvious scatter arrow.
yeah.
And it's like, now I'm dead. Oh well, guess I should have done something about it. Meanwhile, I'm like, turn a corner, and it's like, and I die. And I'm like, God fucking damn it. It's like, she killed me looking the other direction, 20 yards away, around a corner through 3 walls. Like, fuck Symmetra.
Mercy's beam does
I
that.
have had it happen. In Dorado.
So angry.
In Dorado.
and they fixed that.
No, they didn't, because it happened to me 2 days ago.
What is?
In Dorado, opening payload, we hit the corner, I turn the corner, she locks onto me, I boosted around the building. She's still up top, facing backwards towards the bridge to fight another team member.
Did you push
And
M?
I died.
Have you pushed M yet?
M?
Yeah, M. Because you obviously seem to be the only player with a magnet on you.
Yeah, apparently.
Everyone else in the game.
Mercy's beam does this too. It locks up. It's okay because it's healing, but it
Right, like it has that brief lock-on
Yes.
period where it stays on you, except Mercy's beam doesn't do 500 DPS. There is no reason that anybody should take me out of mech facing a different way around a building in 4 seconds. There's no reason for that.
Speaking
There's
of tanks,
none.
Roadhog got good again. Super
Yeah.
excited.
Yeah.
I used
Do
to
you like
hate
the new
him.
thing?
I do because he's not a.
As you're just like,
Yeah, it's.
I hate
it's-
that so much.
I love it now.
you can't kill him.
As a
You
soldier,
do
I'm okay with that.
as a soldier, he's almost dead, and then it's like, nom nom nom, and I'm still pumping him full of bullets, like,
As he's just like,
Yeah. Like what do you?
and then it's like shotgun, dead.
I used to play him a lot when he was OP because he just hook up and kill like anything squishy.
He's,
And then
now he
sucked.
can, because all you have to do when a squishy comes up, do like soldier or anyone else.
I love watching him take like Genjis and shit, like mid double jump. He's just like, shing clap.
Yep. Yeah. And I used to be the shit.
So-
You should, like you grab a tracer, like I got this shit. You felt so
Don't even
bad.
get me started on Roadhog and Tracer. The worst moment I've ever had was back before they fixed him and his
The
hook.
hook, and it would hit you around corners.
Oh, no.
yeah.
I hooked a Tracer right as she used recall. Brought her towards me, shot her, watched her health go down, and watched her recall. And she got all her freaking health back. And then ran away from me.
So
I was
I
upset.
don't know how the hook is now. They might have switched into a hit scam, but it used to be a projectile with a Hanzo arrow hitbox. So like it was double wide what it looked to be. And so you could be behind a corner, and if you threw it past the corner, the hitbox would clip the corner and catch you.
Yeah.
And so you'd be like, back here, and it'd just be like,
It's still it's still sort of does that. Like I'll hook them and it'll kind of suck them through.
it's slight, but that
It's
means you
slight.
hit them before they made it
Yes,
around the corner.
it's slight, but it's happened to me on occasion.
It's fair. It's bullshit.
It's not.
It's much-
It's not Symmetra bad, but
Yeah.
it's. I've done it.
Roadhog, I don't. She's the only character I can't stand playing against. She ruins every.
But I'm
fucking
excited
game
to start
she's in.
hooking.
Every
squishies
single
again.
game she's in is a fucking nightmare to play. It's just absolute awful.
You throw a May in and she'll go away.
But she doesn't. She just doesn't.
Well, I played as
The thing
May.
about May is you can do your damage, and then
As long as-
if she gets to jump on you, you can.
Because the
freeze.
problem is like she'll just get on me, charge up, and instantly kill May then.
No,
like-
they could go into the icicle thing.
Yeah.
And
yeah, and then she'll just charge up on that and then insta kill me instead.
Does she shoot the laser? I mean, the ice cube. She
It
can't
doesn't
shoot
matter because by the time May hits the point where she's like, oh, panic and ice blocks, the beam just goes, snap, Mercy's dead, snap, Tracy's dead, snap, there goes
Yes.
my neck, snap, I'm dead out of pilot form,
because it's
snap, May dies anyway.
It's already charged.
May should
so.
be throwing up walls too. You see the symmetry.
Because walls help Symmetra. That's the answer.
Walls do
They
help
wall.
Symmetra.
They help Symmetra, now I can't hit Sim if she flays me anyway.
Through the wall. What people see when Symmetra uses, when May uses that wall is, oh, it just.
I can
hits
prove
the
this,
wall
I've got
and goes
hundreds of hours of footage of me being wrecked by Symmetra.
Oh, I want to see that blooper reel.
As it's just me pumping bullets into
Although-
her and she just laughs and eats me.
Going back to Roadhog, honestly, I find the changes to be good. I think he's drawing more as an aggro tank now.
Yes.
He plays way different from when he started.
He's a crowd control aggro tank.
Yes.
Like, if you ignore him, he's going to eat your team, but he's not nearly as dangerous.
He's
as
not
he
nearly as lethal as
He's
he
more,
should be.
I find him more in a position like Zarya, where like if you let her go, she's gonna fucking wreck all of you. But
Yes.
if you deal with her, she's really easy to deal with.
You have to.
Well,
yeah, you have to
except
deal
in
with it.
levels with pets.
With Roadhog,
Yeah.
Roadhog's a dickhead on those levels.
Yes.
Where he just like stands next to the well and he's like shink and like turns as he hooks you.
Yes, and you toss them. Yeah, I'm starting to try and do that
Fuck
now.
those guys.
I'm gonna be one of those. I'm working on it. I'm gonna be one of
That
the
new
guys.
Bonnie or what, something like that.
Yes.
Where it has the house sitting there and he just goes. I'm like, what the fuck?
That guy gets some distance. Like, my God. Like, wow.
That's why, as I like to play Reinhardt, I wish there was one change and one change only. If you're charging right at Roadhog and he hooks you, you should just keep on charging.
Yeah, the hook
Yeah.
hits and you take the hook and you're like, I've got it anyway. That I agree with. And I wouldn't be able to
It's
be
just,
hooked
it's just
out of it.
momentum.
It's good to shut down ults. That's what I've been trying to do a lot too.
I mean, I'd be fine if the
Knees.
hook was coming in
If
from
I
the
heard
side
Japanese,
or from the back.
okay.
I mean, if
Right.
you charge it straight at him.
Straight in, it should do
If
something
I-
different. Which they
maybe
do.
I'm
They
playing
do that
wrong.
with Reinhardt.
But can
Like, if
Reinhardt
two
charge
Reinhardts-
with the shield?
It stuns both.
If two Reinhardts charge into each other, they stun. But if a Reinhardt is charging and one hits him from the side, he'll carry him.
Yeah.
So they should.
You
change
have to
that
hit
with
more
the hook.
towards the back.
They
though.
shouldn't.
Reinhardt
I don't play
charge.
Reinhardt
I
enough,
do.
but I have seen it happen where like a Ryan took another Ryan out of a
Yes.
charge. Like he's like one comes out of an alleyway and just like carries him
I've
off.
seen
I've done it. I've done it on Gibraltar.
He did look both
Yes.
ways before crossing the street.
I've seen a guy take a diva bomb. You're like, I don't know why you want that, but okay.
I love doing that. Like as I see it coming, I'm just like, and like bail, just let him carry it away. I got to see a great one. My best one like that is I got tackled as Diva by Reinhardt long distance on Numbani just after the capture point, and like he's coming down the hill and he takes me off the barrier, off the stage as his charge ends, and I just flew away. I was like back onto the stage as I just hear like
That's the only great thing about Diva in those pit stages.
just
it's
fly
like-
out of him.
Yeah. It's like, hook. It's like, fine.
and it's like Roadhog's like hanging out there by the pit, and you just like boom, and like you hit with him instead.
Even if
Done
you're
that
playing
much
another
times.
Roadhog, you know what? Fuck you. You're coming with me.
Oh yeah, I've seen that. I saw a Roadhog like falling into a pit because Lucio booped him, and he's just like get wrecked and like pulls him in with him.
The one person I hate though, my personal hatred goes towards Junkrat.
You personally hit
Two
Junkrat?
concussion rides too much?
Maybe. I think they need
See,
to tone the damage. I think the fact that the utility of them is brilliant for the design.
Yes.
Because it allows Junkrat to do his job better because A, he can defend himself better. Because that was always his weakness, is much like Widow, if you got it in his face, he was a lot
He's
weaker.
got no mobility. Well, not really. He has a one
Not
concussion.
really.
Now he has
Right, now he has two. But I think the problem now is that he can literally insta-jib most characters.
Yes.
By barrel stuffing, concussing mine them.
Yes.
Like, throw the mine, barrel stuff, and set it off. He'll one-shot
That and when-
everybody Reaper and lower as far as
I
hit
think
points.
what'd you call that? The damage is done from those stupid effing grenade drops.
The
I thi-
mines.
Is that what,
Oh, when he dies.
Yeah.
I think that they need to make that hitbox much smaller.
I think that those are okay because those are just like a hazard of junk.
I just forget
I
about
think
it.
I'm fine with
Well,
that.
it's just me
Once
being
you
dumb.
Though,
I have died so many
As-
times.
I know. I
As
don't
Reaper?
If he's on,
if we kill a Junkrat not near you, I'll just hold grid and walk at it to pick them all up so you don't die.
As a Reaper main, I'm like, I got this. Boom! Point blank. And then I'm like, oh damn, I don't have rap form. Now I'm dead. You know?
Right. Well, like I said, like if I see either of you killing a Junkrat, like I'll fly at it with my grid to pick up the ball.
because he's
so you don't
normally
die.
jumping at me.
Yeah,
And then he's dead. And
He-
the grenades fall.
He jumps at you with concussion mods. You're like, oh Jesus, no.
It's like, doesn't matter if I kill you or not.
I think they
I'm
need
dead.
to turn down the damage from some of his stuff just slightly, like maybe 5 to 10%, so that way he's not one-shotting Reaper.
Yeah.
Because, like, he can have a mine down, right? And as Reaper comes at him, he's like, mine, shot, mine, boom, Reaper's dead. Like, that's it. He'll kill anyone below Zarya on hit points with that.
Yeah.
Like, up to 300 hit points, you're done. Like, that's it. And I think that's
You know
a
what it
bit
does to
much.
Symmetra? It kills her very quickly.
Yeah, good. I, for one, welcome our new Junkrat overlords.
I will say, the one change I would make Junkrat, if you want to keep the concussion mine, bring back that little bit of damage he take. Don't make it like a full or even a half, like maybe like 5-10% damage from his own stuff.
Damaging himself.
Yeah.
No, see, and again, I think that the reason that they took that out was because it limits him too much. Because it gives too much power to Genji, Tracer, Reaper to just get in his face and eliminate him. And I don't think that that's quite what they want, is just like, oh, well, like, he's good until you get in his face, and then, like, he just starts killing himself. I don't think that...
I don't mean like a
Because
full,
nobody else really damages themselves.
Trace
That's what I
both
mean by
arms.
just taking like a small.
But she has so many ways to get away from it.
Yeah, I guess.
That's what I mean. Just taking.
I agree, but at the same point, like, that's not... I don't think that... Personally, like I said, I would just bring his damage back a couple of points. So that way, like...
He's not killing you that.
Mine should do 210. So, like, it's wiping out a careless Tracer or a careless Genji. But Reaper, who doesn't have an option of getting in on him any other way, can survive it long enough to do his
Look
job.
at the Doomfist charge. Everyone was so bad shape about it. I thought it was okay. That's a one-shot for Reaper and below.
If you get hit into a wall.
Right, well, that was... it's a bad positioning punishment. And I agree with that, but Junkrat's isn't. Junkrat's is just standard nature of how his kit works. Like, it's a bomb.
How close do you have to be for that to really... For Junkrats? Like,
You can be.
Junkrat can
far
do it
away.
to you at any range that he can hit you with it.
yeah, but
I'm saying
he
is-
doesn't really throw it that far, really, does he? Not really. I mean,
Yeah, he can get some pretty good
Yeah,
distance.
does he get
on
pretty
it.
far with him?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Especially if he launches himself first.
yeah, he can get some real distance
That
on
nice
his
arc.
mine throw.
I thought it was kind of... He flopped it.
Well, you can, but you can angle it up and get some decent distance on it. It goes about as far as Tracer's pulse bomb.
Oh, really?
So, to kind of close it out, all of these new changes, we love them. every time they
Mercy.
for the most part.
They need to reduce her.
We didn't really talk about
damage.
Mercy change either.
No,
We're not sure how much of that's getting.
And the thing
applied.
is, and I was reading up on this, and there's a good chance that Mercy won't be coming for quite a while.
right?
And it's for the dumbest reason. It's because of console gaming.
Huh?
Oh, because they're only allowed to patch on so often on consoles.
No. It's all because of trophies and achievements. Because console gamers, that's a
right,
big
because they
deal.
they can't get the trophy for the 5-person
For the big res.
anymore.
4.
Yeah, whatever it was.
Yeah, you can't get a 4-man res because they're going to be eliminating it.
So why can't you just axe that thing and put something else in?
Because that is a huge deal for
The way that the
the
points are
achievements
handled.
and trophies work. And
Because they can't retroactively remove it from people who've earned it, but they can't prevent you from earning it anymore.
right.
Because it's regulated.
If you've
by
earned that,
Sony.
let them have it.
I mean,
But the thing is
So what do
like
you do with it?
they don't know.
they
Yeah.
could do something similar to Symmetra and just give her the second ult.
Because,
Right.
yeah,
Where
Like
one
you
thing
can
Which is
select between
why-
mass res
that's a
or
good idea.
Valkyrie.
Why
Which is
don't they?
why they allowed Symmetra's change
Mm,
when they gave her the second ult because of her achievement of destroying 3 teleporters in a single match.
mm.
It became super difficult, but still possible. But if they do that, if they don't, and if they give her that second ult, they've made her way OP.
The other
Because
thing
you
is,
either have-
it's gonna only
they could
take
take
one.
it away.
Right, but
Only
you
take
either
one.
have Super Valkyrie form if everybody's alive, and if everybody's dead, you have res an entire team.
Well, how do you
Which-
change it?
that they do have to fix.
I thought you changed Symmetra's at the start screen when
No.
you picked her.
You hit Q twice.
If the whole team res sucks, and you wipe a team with a good synergy,
But don't
That sucks.
That's why you're supposed to focus Mercy.
Well,
I
so
know.
the change that they're making though, so how many team fights are won? Because as you're lining up and making your way to go through the choke point, and Widow snipes Tracer. Right? Like your
Okay.
Widow just like plinks Tracer. Now you're 6v5
Right.
and everybody rushes in, right?
right?
Plink! Back up. You standing there fighting at the choke, Ryan's shield goes down, and you're like, quick, burst him! He dies, right back up.
20 seconds. Yeah.
That's all it is.
20 seconds on a single res.
That's
See,
Way
the joke
off,
is,
yeah.
so the joke is, and this is looking more at the higher level play. The higher level play, Mercy's value on res is not from the 5-man team reses. They don't do that.
Nope.
Their res is like what you see me do all the time, which is 1 and 2-man res.
right.
And now Mercy can do that basically infinitely.
And when she gets her.
I mean,
when she gets
but
her
like,
ult, she gets
that makes
super
all the-
fast.
It's 30 seconds. It's every 30 seconds she gets a single res.
Does it
If-
stack?
20.
No, it's 30.
20.
Currently, it's 30.
I thought it was 20.
Currently, it's 30.
It might have changed.
So currently, as far as I'm aware, it's 30 seconds.
I have to go to PTR.
Yeah, we'll double
We'll
check
fact
it.
check that.
We'll fact check it at some
next-
point,
The next one will
but
work out.
we'll do a retcon if necessary. But I'm pretty sure that, at least as far as I'm aware, currently it's 30-second res. If you hit her ultimate, it resets the cooldown on res. So you can res, ult, res, and now res has a 10-second cooldown. And Valkyrie lasts, what, 20 seconds?
I think
I think it's long enough to get 2.
I think it's backwards. I'm pretty sure it's 30 seconds on Valkyrie and 20 seconds on Res.
No, because activating the ult gives you a lower cooldown on res.
Right, well, we know that part. But he's saying that he thinks that it's 20 seconds with 30 seconds on
Valkyrie.
30 seconds on
Valkyrie
the ult.
and still reduces the cooldown to 10 seconds. And I don't think that's true because I'm pretty sure that the math works out that you can do 4 reses during your ultimate. You res, ult, res, and then 2 reses throughout the duration of it with 1 coming up at the very end of it.
They also
And then you can get that off and start the cooldown and then you'll have a fifth one within 30 seconds afterwards.
They also
that actually
buffed
works more to what I was saying, not less to what you were saying.
What do you mean?
If the ult lasts longer and it shortens cooldown, so your math was having cooldown of 30 seconds. If the ult lasts and it halves it to 15,
No, it takes it to 10 from 30.
Yeah, it significantly reduces it.
It would cut it down by a third.
but then only 20 seconds. If it's brought down to 10 from that, then it would be.
I don't understand your math.
If it's 20 seconds long and it's 10, you would have 3 res.
No, because you
Oh
res,
yeah. Okay.
pop your ult, which immediately resets
Would
the
be
cooldown.
0.
It was like how Genji's Dragon Blade used to
So
work.
1, 2, and then you would have
And then you'd
at
have
10 seconds. And
10
then
a
20
10 second, a 10 second, and then you'd have
Okay.
So-
back to normal.
They buffed a pistol too, right?
Sort of. They made, I think,
In
the
Valkyrie-
projectile
in Valkyrie-
speed is
in
faster
Valkyrie
in
4.
general.
Yeah.
And then in Valkyrie form, it's infinite ammo, faster again, and does more damage.
Yes. And also your
So it
your
shoots
pop-up-
like divas.
It shoots like divas, but does double damage, and she can fly faster than Pharah, free range with no
Last 20 seconds.
the ult.
The ult lasts 20 seconds.
And then it is a 30-second cooldown on res.
That's the standard.
Standard is
Okay.
30 seconds.
Okay, so you were
10
right.
seconds during.
She
the,
gets the healing and damage boost beams. They affect
right.
all
That's the
allies,
other thing is that.
and
it-
it's extended range.
Right. It turns her beam. The target it's hitting turns into an Orisa ult.
Yep.
Chains.
It chains around them. So, like, if I'm healing you, it would also heal
So-
these two, which turns her ult into
And
a mini Transcendence, a Genji Blade, an Orisa ult, and her old ultimate simultaneously.
The
That's
way
not just healing. That's not just healing. It's also the attack buff too.
Yeah.
Right.
So
So that's what I
It
said. Well,
also gets
it's
increased range and movement
it's,
speed.
it's Transcendence
Right.
because it heals in an AoE.
Yep.
It's Orisa's ult because it damage boosts in an AoE.
Okay, I thought Orisa's was just a
It's a damage boost.
Damage.
a health
It's a
boost.
damage,
damage
boost.
boost.
It's a damage boost.
Big damage
It's
boost.
a big damage boost.
I don't play Orisa. So.
It's slightly better than Mercy's beam,
Yeah.
but
It's
With
a-
this ult, it'll probably be better than Orisa's.
well,
No.
sort of. It's gonna do
Because you can
less.
do a
It's
million
it's
other
it's
things.
less percentage, but like because like Orisa's is like 40%,
a
Mercy's
lot,
is like
yeah.
25 or 30.
And it's not
something like that.
flying around.
Right, but the thing is it's not flying around at Genji Blade speeds.
Yeah.
That's the difference. Is that
So-
they reduced her speed from its original version. Like Valkyrie has already been nerfed twice, and the speed is still faster than Pharah using a jump jet with a boost rocket.
So
Like if you boost rocket the ground and jump jet for like her maximum velocity, Mercy still dramatically outpaces her in the air.
so basically, what you do is
She's just like
So what's that do to the other supports now? Because now,
Okay.
as a
it
vent
makes
player,
Mercy a
I'm-
must pick because you can't not have that team advantage, and the momentum res is going to be so powerful in the mid fight that there is no way to get Mercy out
Yeah.
of your team.
so now somebody has to play Mercy.
you res, fly kill Farah just enough time to get back, res again.
Teams
Get
are
the team
going
buff.
Jesus.
You'll only get 3 total
unless
within the ult.
there's going to be a lot of
It
options.
would be 4.
There's going.
It's 4.
For what?
For 20 seconds,
Yes.
you res, activate the ult.
That's 2.
No. The oldest
Res
guys.
again. 10 seconds go by. You res.
Yeah.
And you're right, it would be 4.
It would be 4. It's
I
a
don't-
maximum of 4.
I get
If you can land them in exactly 10 seconds.
Yep.
This is maximum potential. It's likely you're going to get like 3.5. That you'll be like close to the
either
next-
way, right after the ult ends, you're just about there.
Right.
So that
Realistically, teams are
But you're
looking
cool-
like it's
but when
going to
your
be
cooldown-
mandatory.
But when your
Either
cooldown is,
Orisa or Reinhardt as your tank. Maybe both. Because cycling those barriers back and forth is an awful lot of barrier to get through.
Yeah.
So you're probably looking at a return of the Death Wall comp minimum,
Yeah.
because the introduction of Doomfist, the changes to Junkrat, are going to significantly counter dive. Like, the options to counter dive are there. I think the mobility meta is still a thing, but I think it's going to have a much harder time against static entrenched defenses if played correctly, because Junkrat and Doomfist can just stop diving.
Which goes right back to what I was talking about with Joker Terror.
Right.
Which is exactly that. And
Well, but the thing is it changes that you can't just play Genji Tracer, Hanzo, Winston, Diva, and just like jump on the point and win like you used to be able to do. Now you're gonna have to play the old poke it to choke game, as like you wind your way in and just hammer defenses until something gives, which is how the triple tank meta worked.
But with Mercy having her buff.
Right, and
makes
see,
it
this is
significant.
this is where the scary thing about Mercy getting that buff comes from, is those fights are all about sustaining.
Right, and when she reses everybody.
And so the reason I say triple tank is I'm looking at a very strong comp being Orisa, Reinhardt, Zarya, with Doomfist, Junkrat as your DPS, and then Mercy. And you might even be able to drop Junkrat or Doomfist for who the fuck?
Doomfist was very good in one of those.
Yeah, dropping either Junkrat or Doomfist for Lucio to get you that speed boost to like just like run that Doom team at people and get them set up.
So what the comps that I've
That Mercy thing scares
where
me.
we have
The Mercy thing can be very, very scary.
Where
It can
we
change-
Scares the shit out of me.
where we've destroyed has been you're playing a Hanzo behind a Rhine, you have your Bastion Orisa, and then a Mercy flying between the two, and then interchange like a Doomfist or a Junkrat to lay that heavy damage on the people that manage to get in close.
Right.
And then all that does is hold everybody. Because all you really need to do is not have more than one person die every 30 seconds. And when you're behind that much barrier,
It's a fast game. A lot can happen in 30 seconds.
and how that match is built, I mean how the level is built, over where the Rhine is, he has protective cover. So when his shield pops, he can duck behind this wall.
I think the biggest thing that all of this is going to change is the game is going to flex very much away from the very high-speed mechanical strategy that's currently dominant with dive meta, where Tracer dives in, gets a pick, Genji dives in, gets a pick, Widow knocks somebody out, and then, like, your team rushes. Like, Winston jumps in. Like, everybody just, like, dog piles, splits off, picks a target, and singles everybody out. I think that because of Junkrat Doomfist, that's not going to be as viable. And so you're going to have a lot of very dramatic counter-picking that's going to inevitably settle on lots of like heavy barrier entrenched defenses, which are going to come down to very dramatic, organized team wipes with ults. Like, it's going to come down to ults very, very quickly.